Hello everybody, it is me, Scruff here once again today, bringing you another pre-season Thunder race here in the Hot Hatches with the Nxtgen Hot Hatch group. But I've learnt some spectator tricks. Is that mouse going to be there the whole time? No. I pressed a button. Alright. So I've got my keyboard hooked up this time so I can do some fancy shit. Like this. Like this. Like this. Oops. Right. Like this. Alright, I don't think you can do the instant replays during sort of the practice stage. But let's get that race information up by pressing that button. Pretty cool. Let's find out what Blue Gobi's driving though. Blue Gobi, of course, is driving the Nxtgen RS Trophy 11. The only issue with using that player information stuff is, and I can also jump between like first and third now. I don't need to flicker like I used to like this. I can just go straight from one to the other. If not, why am I on track? Evening fuckers, says JD Green. Saxo very slow. Let's check out. Of course, he is in the Civic Type R. Now notice the number, it's a 0. I imagine it might do for a lot of them. That's because a lot of the guys are using custom numbers. I can see the Robinson sticker there, 419 on the back. That's not an official GT sticker, like a racing item number, so the game does not register that as a number, but we do find out other bits of information with the driver information button. Using this, we can also ride on board during the race. There is a button I can press to allow myself to ride on the roof cam and bumper cams of the cars, and we can also view switch between standard and variable cameras on the fly, and of course change throughout the field. So if we get this information back up, normally if I wanted to go and see Jerty, I'd have to go through Saxo and then get to Jerty, but now I can just swap between the two, or I can swap between Saxo and Robinson or whatever I want. So it's all very good. All very good. So I'm excited to see how it actually goes in the race, because we're going to be able to do a lot of the times during these streams I've missed stuff. I've missed passes, I've missed crashes. A lot of the time it's been a lot of what happened there. But with the instant replay feature available, which is awesome, if something happens, we can look back at it. Basically what happens is we set a replay marker if I see someone spin off, and then I can set another button to decide how long I want to jump before that marker, and then of course we'll be spectating that person. But I don't think we can do it in this spectator mode, as I've set a replay marker there. I've set it to 8, so it's supposed to start a replay 8 seconds before that marker, but nothing has happened, so I can only assume we can't do it during this. We can definitely do it during the race, but not during qualifying / practice time. So with the technical stuff already being spoken about, I mean, this is like a test, so I'm not sure how it's going to go in terms of the smoothness, but I'll get better obviously. This is my first time actually using this sort of setup, so it should be interesting. Blue Goby though, we haven't got all the race information though, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. I'm going to turn that on because I want to see the fastest lap. There we go. Blue Goby with a 1:15.802. I believe Saxo's best lap before that was about a 1:17 something, so Blue Goby obviously got that Megane down to the teeth. It's quite cool as well, we can actually see the driver's helmets when we use this little thing, which is pretty cool. Let's check out some of the other guys' helmets before we get started. So let's take a look at Jutty's. It's quite a nice helmet. Hang on, is that just showing the generalised country one? Is Jutty's the same as Robinson's? Because I know for a fact it isn't. Alright, they're just generalised helmets. So the helmets represent the country as well. Here comes Saxo though for a pit stop. Of course, as is with tradition here in the Hot Hatch series, fuel and tyre wear is on. Pit stops will be a must. You may have noticed that NGR Aslar has joined the lobby. That, of course, not all of you may know, is in fact General A95, making the switch to a NGR PSN count. So welcome back, General. Apologies if you hear like a loud fizz. I knocked over my bottle of Pepsi just as I was hitting the start broadcasting button. I nearly got soaked. Nearly got soaked. And I might sound a bit more bubbly than I have in the past. Last week, I finally found work, and it's a good job. It's in media and social media and graphic design and stuff. It's basically what I wanted to do for the last 3 years, and I was finally able to get a job that I'm very happy in. So I may sound a bit more bubbly than I have done in the past on past streams. I should plug my phone in because it's got all the, I've written all the controls down, but the battery is a bit low on the old phone. And of course, oh no, there it is, found it. And of course, NGL Saxo is usually one of these guys that we expect, you know, to be very quick. He's obviously improved his lap time there. He's now just under 6/10 behind Blue Goby's time. I mean, of course, Blue Goby's very fast as well. But I'm not sure how much practice these guys have had in this circuit. I think it only came out last week, the infield variations. So I think there's two separate infield layouts, and then you've got the option to do them like this or in reverse. So 4 in total. Let's take a look at JD Green on track right now. He's driving also the Megane RS Trophy 2011. What about Baz? How's Baz doing in his 04 Megane Trophy? A very popular choice here at Blue Moon Bay. NGR Scotty has joined us in his Ford Focus. Press the bumper car, meant to go for the onboard. Let's take a lap. Well, let's see who's coming around. Jutty now coming out the final corner. Let's take a lap on board with Jutty right now, so we can kind of get a feel for how this circuit works. I think turn 1's quite a harsh one because you're on the banking to begin with, and then you suddenly lose that when you come off the banking. Slam, the car becomes a lot tighter, and then back onto the banking now. It's quite a weird transition. You're not off the banking very long there before you're slapped right back onto it. Jutty though improving his lap time. Of course, it's really cool under bridge section. I think it's just quite cool in general that you can see all the details a lot clearer of actually inside, you know, the infield of this oval. Well, oval track. It was an oval when it was just the oval available at release of the game. But now you get to see a bit more of the track, which is cool. That plane still flies over, very low. Ooh, Jutty gets into the wall though on the final corner. But you want to keep it low, then drive it up to the wall, which he does. What kind of time will he get here? It's not going to be a number 1 position. He's actually going to be 5/10 slower. Let's hop on now. Blue will be our current leader in terms of the time. Aslar has rejoined us. If he's driving the paint scheme, but I think he is. It's a very cool paint scheme. It's a NASCAR themed Kurt Busch mobile. GT Green making the pit stop. He's coming off the pits now, allowing Scotty and Saxo to go by. Another McGann. Quite interesting paint job on that, like going for quite like a diamondy texture or something on there. Pretty interesting, pretty simple. I like it. And of course the beautiful paint scheme for Nxtgen Robinson. Kind of gone for a yin and yang, his teammate. Forget who that actually is. It's not Baz, no, it's not Baz. Forget the username of his teammate, but so as you can see, Robinson has the blue Red Bull logos and sort of blue overall colour of the paint scheme. His teammate has the same paint scheme basically, but changed that blue into red. Is it Gobi? It's not Gobi, is it? Baz and Gobi are teammates. My brain's going potty. I don't remember anything. Just going to do a quick audio check, guys, make sure I'm loud enough. Right, I'm definitely loud enough. Okay. Alright, let's take a look now. Aslar has entered the lobby. He's now on pit road. Yes, he is driving the Kurt Busch NASCAR themed livery. He's in the Honda Civic too. From Belgium, the Belgium driver, alongside NGR Saxo. I believe that these two will be the only Belgians driving tonight in the field. However, there may be more. So there is Aslar's pit scheme. I believe making its debut in the Hot Hatch series. NGR Bigsy now has joined us. And Aslar taking a hard hit straight away. He must have received damage. He goes to the pits. That corner is a nasty one. Even in the higher grip cars. Be very careful. Here comes Robinson up to the hairpin. Oops. Shit. Bollocks, I've pressed the button and I don't know how to fix what I've done. Oh, there we go. Still getting used to these controls, guys. I've got a few races to get used to them before Season 11 for Nxtgen officially begins. Whoa, Robinson running up right against the wall there. Not sure if he actually hit it, but if not, he was a little more than inches. Bigsy now in the pit lane. He's also driving a Ford. Saxo has put on some mediums. Of course, these drivers may be a good time to work out strategy. These super softs are great, but come race time, they probably won't last that long. Blue Gobi still the man to beat with a 1:15.3. Now coming up to the hairpin. I've always had to sort of stick with one camera angle, either standard or variable. Those are the two like television cameras options. However, with being able to switch them on the fly without bringing up menus and stuff, we'll be able to get some impressive shots hopefully for you guys. Like, that's a great shot, but then some of the standard ones aren't that good. The variable ones seem to be more zoomed in, whereas like that's a standard one there. But this is the variable version. There's the standard version. So we'll remain in standard here, but I'll put it the variable. It's like quite zoomed in, focused on him. Standard though, again variable, standard, variable, standard, variable. He's on the pit. We're going to be the fastest man currently on the racetrack. Back out there. Not for very long. We'll hop back with Oslar, see if he has managed to sort of figure out that corner. Ooh. It's a tough one. JD Green. Currently 3 seconds off the pace. So there's a lot of time to be made up here. Of course, we'll just quickly back out of this spectator mode and we'll show you the lobby settings for tonight's events. We will be doing a reverse grid. as per standard. But the first race will consist of qualifying and then fastest first. The first race will consist of 12 laps. Grid start. Boost is off. Slipstream is real. Mechanical damage is heavy, so these guys want to avoid accidents as much as possible. Tyre and fuel are on ×2. All drivers start with an initial 50 litres of fuel. The cars are limited to 300 brake horsepower and are in the N300 category as per. Shortcut penalties on weak. Wall collision default. Wall collision penalty weak. The reason that is on, of course, there are walls that you could technically sort of bounce off and actually make up speed if you hit it just right. So pretty much everything is prohibited here except for traction, ABS and the driving line assist. Currently you have 10 drivers entered in the race with NGR Robinson, NGR Saxo, Jutty, Gobi, JT Green, NGR Scotty, Baz, NGR Asla, NGR Bigsy, and We Don't Belong Here, who I believe may be Robinson's teammate. And it is. There you go. There is the Yang to Robinson's Ying. Quite a cool team duo paint scheme livery they got going on, and We Don't Belong Here has just died. Don't think that was planned. He's now coming off pit lane. Baz looking to steal the pole from his teammate. Will he be able to get it done? At this time, we simply do not know. I'm just going to quickly read over my notes again. Please bear with me. I think I might turn off the drivers' names. Makes it look a bit more realistic, doesn't it? You can see the drivers the camera's focused on along the left hand side. What do you guys think? Actually, I can see we've got a couple of viewers in. Left hand side. What do you guys think? Actually, I think the overhead driver names on or off? Viewers, what do you think? So you could. It's broken the game again. So of course this is just a test. It's more of a test for me, really. I want to provide the best streams possible. I personally think that looks better without the driver names, but it's not really up to me, it's up to the people that are viewing it. Saxo is catching Gobi. The gap has shrunk a little bit. Here comes Biggsy's Ford out of the final corner. What kind of lap time will he get? And the flag man is waving the yellow flag. Not sure why. Looking at the track map, does not seem to be any sort of incident. Looks like we lost JD Green there. I didn't even notice he'd gone. I think this surface is a good option to see the sort of tyre mark and, you know, marbles they added in one of the previous updates. I've not actually really seen it, but you will notice there's rubber marbles from the tyres, rubber being laid down by the vehicles. Little black dots there, bits of little flickers of rubber being worn off. Baz nearly lost it in the grass. Holds on. Oh, keep it off the wall. I love that shot. That's a nice shot. And this one too. Oops, that's the wrong button. See, like little technical hiccups like that where I pressed the wrong button, that's going to probably happen. Whoa, what the hell happened there? Oh, he's gone back to the pits. And just like, oh god, I apologize that yawn came out of nowhere. I was just in the middle of talking and then the yawn. So yeah, sorry, Saxo has gained another 10th on his hunt for the pole. Lorna has just joined. Let's take a look at what kind of lap time Mr. Saxo was able to achieve. He comes to the pit road. I'm going to assume he possibly got a little bit of damage on that run. Oh, there was he took the wheel off and there was another wheel there. That's a bit weird. Alright guys, that was my pre-race commentary. I'm going to go do some stuff. But I'm going to continue to be pressing the buttons and try and provide, you know, a visual show for you. So hopefully you enjoy that, because I'm going to try and just focus on the buttons and not speaking at the same time. So I'll have to get a bit more used to it before the races start. So I will see you just before the command to fire engines. So take care, and I'll speak to you guys again soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have returned. I believe we're about to get qualifying underway very shortly. People are just making their sort of final practice runs right now, and then qualifying will begin. Here at Blue Moon Bay, infield day. A lot of A's. During my sort of hiatus when I was just playing around with the buttons, we've had a few new additions. Polish has joined, making the field now 3 Belgian drivers, which is cool to see. And then the rest, of course, are all British drivers. Let's take a quick look at that list though. So right now we have 13 people in the lobby. There's no one of those guys, that is me. So we have a field of 12 at the moment. Let's recap. We have NGR Robinson, NGR Saxo, Jutty, Blue Gobi, NGR Scotty, Baz 46, NGR Aslar, NGR Big Z, We Don't Belong Here, JD Green, Lorna, and Polish Magic. Hopefully we'll get this field to expand by another 2, maybe even another 3, get a full house, who knows. Blue Gobi's time has been untopped, even by himself. So, because Gobi hasn't managed to touch that time again, I'm imagining there may be a bit of a fluke involved with that lap time. And unfortunately, that lap time will not carry over, as this is practice, not qualifying. So we'll have to see what happens there with regards to that. Just gonna wrap this blanket around myself because we have a heating issue currently. Has the doctor arrived yet? Ah. I know what he's talking about. That was being mentioned in the pre-race chat. And your Saxo has been bested by We Don't Belong Here. I think that's qualifying starting. I believe we were racing at 8:30 AM, so we've gone even earlier. We've gone back in time for qualifying. But we should get some cool lighting at 6:30 AM. Let's hit up the spectator session once this loads. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Nice and early. People waiting no time. Saxo though has opted to go out on mediums. Not sure if that's a wise idea for qualifying, but there you go. Maybe he hasn't noticed. Looks like he's... When you see the hazards on, that usually means the driver has paused their game and he's gone off and hit the wall. My likelihood is he's coming back in. He's probably going to switch out to some super softs. No, he's coming straight back out. So We Don't Belong Here now is at the head of the field, followed very closely by his teammate Robinson. Maybe they're going to be running some slipstream techniques on the long straight to boost each other's position, which is totally legal, of course. And those guys don't have a teammate. I would opt to try and go out with other guys, try and use the slipstream to make up some speed here. This straightaway is huge. Think of all the time that can be made up and how much more speed you can get down here in someone's draft. So for now, Robinson doesn't want to let We Don't Belong Here get too far ahead, but he doesn't want to let him get too. He doesn't want to catch him too quickly. Let's see how this pair does lap time wise. Here they come, they're quite close, this is good. Damage may be on heavy, but Robinson may be able to bump draft with We Don't Belong Here if they can hook up. But it looks like We Don't Belong Here got a better run out of the corner. But a good strategy. I was doing it yesterday in the daily race, the Constructors' Championship. It was at Tokyo, and I was in the Ford Mustang, and I managed to hook up with another Ford Mustang down that extremely long straight section on the start-finish line on the highway, and I was just riding behind him, bumping him, which was giving him a launch of speed, and then of course my draft was sucking me back up to the guy and then smack him again in the butt, and then he would get another speed boost, and then vice versa. We just kept doing that over and over again. Made some insane top speed down that straight. So as you can see, there is definitely some team communication. Robinson went to the top of the chart. Now We Don't Belong Here, they swapped place so they can get the draft. But Gobi, has he done that solo? No, it looks like Gobi's riding with Saxo right now. Since they've just begun their second lap, let's go back to Robinson and We Don't Belong Here. See what kind of lap time they get this time. Whether We Don't Belong Here is going to get some good use of the slipstream here. Looks like he's sucking up quite well. But it's going to be 3 seconds off the pace. Let's see if I can do the replays now. No, I can't. We'll try the replays in the race, definitely. Even if we don't get an incident where we don't use it, I will just do it because I can see how they work. Oh, we don't. Oh, they both go off. A bit of teammate collision there. Looks like Robinson went off. Belong Here just followed him. Easily done. Very easily done to follow the guy ahead of you off the racetrack. Very problematic. That's one of my biggest problems. I see the guy pushing ahead, I think I can. He goes off, but of course, because I pushed just like he has, away I go as well. Polish, of course, is Saxo's teammate. However, there seems to be a big gap, so it does not look like they're opting for the slipstream advantage on the straightaway at this time. But that may change. Who was that slow out of turn 1? It's NGR Big Z. I think he must have just come out the pits and he was just letting people go by. So Blue Gobi is still unable to hit the time he did in practice. I mean, he hit that time, and then he was running, but he didn't quite get there again. And it looks like he can't do it this time. He's just over 2.5 tenths slower than he was in practice. His fastest lap in practice was like a 1:15.3 or something, 1:15.34. Look at the reflection of the plane on Gobi's windshield there. That was pretty cool. Gobi faster through sector 1 there by 0.2. Can he hang on to it? Oh, it looks like he's got a penalty. As you can see there, the timer has gone red. That means that GT Sport has awarded him a penalty for some reason. Didn't look like he corner cut, but he might have done. The camera angle may have been poor. NGR Saxo just 0.2 off Gobi's time right now. The slipstream could help him here that he's got, and it sends him to the top. NGR Saxo now currently in first on the timing board. But then boom, there goes Blue Gobi, destroying the time he set before. An incredible lap for Gobi. Looking at what's ahead of him, he did not have any slipstream help either down that straight away. They are allowed to tune these vehicles. So whatever Gobi has done to that setup seems to be working out pretty well for him right now. Gap between Gobi and Saxo sits just under 0.5. The gap back to third, 1/10 slower than Saxo. That's not a big ask, another 1/10. Maybe Baz will be able to start on the front row alongside his teammate. Only time will tell. Check in with NGR Robinson. The Red Bull Racing team. Actually, the guys have done they've made a list. So we'll go through the list and I will reveal the team names. The official team names. So NGR Robinson and We Don't Belong Here's team is called Vicamy Motorsport. So if you see one of these Red Bull vehicles, they are Vicamy Motorsport. Okay. Some of these guys have not submitted names yet. The one car team right now of Jutty, that is the Love It Racing team. On our list there is actually a driver who is not here tonight, but that would be GE55. That is his PSN ID, and his team is Sinister Racing. That's a Honda Civic team, but that solo driver again is not here this evening. Then we have, of course, NGR Scotty and NGR Bigsy. He are a two-man team. They're sitting in 11th. Scotty has yet to come on track, but those guys are the RPM Racing team. And last but not least, well, certainly not least, Blue Gobi and Baz46's team are the BDD Racing team. So those are the teams that those guys have come up with and are on track. We don't have the official team name for Saxo and Polish yet available. I think they're still deciding. They do have some interesting lettering on the front of their vehicle, but I don't think that will be their team name, as it would be a bit rude to pronounce, but we will call them the RAFC. Aslar here, has also not submitted a team name. I do not believe he has a teammate at this time. So he comes down pit road. Looks like there is going to be a tyre change. And no fuel. Just come in for some good old rubber. Angel Scotty has now made his way onto the racing surface. Let's see what time he's capable of. Oh, hard impact for Scotty coming out of the final corner. Looks like he's going to drive it down to pit road. Or not. Will not make a lot of top speed down the straightaway with that kind of damage. And teleports to the pits. So Blue Goby's still your pole sitter by 5/10 over Baz, his teammate. I'm looking at it. I don't think anyone's going to touch that in practice. Goby was 3/10 slower than he was now. And people couldn't touch that, so looks like we have a car stopped in turn 1. That is Baz. Looks like he went for a spin and into that grass. He's come back to the pits now. Let's back out of the spectator mode just for now, so that we may take a look at the timing table. It's not the right button, is it? Apologies, people. There we go. There's our timing monitor for the time being. So only 5 drivers have managed to break into the 1 minute 15 second bracket, and only 1 driver is in the below 1:15 and a half, and that is our pole sitter, currently Blue Goby. The rest are 1:15.5 or above. Currently the slowest lap time on the racetrack is Polish. Oh, it's not Polish, it's Aslar with a 1:17.9. That's the sort of gap. I'm on the list. Am I still entered by accident? Oh yes, I am. Get that off. So as you can see, when we get racing, the track's going to be quite busy. Oop, there we go, guys. We're going. It's race time. Here we are, guys. 12 laps at the Blue Moon Bay infield A. Place your bets. It's Gobi and Saxo on the front row. Bars, we don't belong here, and NGR Robinson round out the top 5 as we are about to go green flag racing here at Blue Moon Bay. A lot of wheel spin. Duty dives it in there, making it free wide to the inside. He's able to get around Lorna. Whoa, people are going everywhere. Of course, this front stretch is extremely wide. Look at this. Chaos. Bars quickly able to work his way into the position behind his teammate. Saxo's hot on his heels. Baz throws a little bit of a block. Saxo tries to go around the outside. That almost allowed Robinson to get underneath him. I want to turn off those driver names. Hello. Shh. Balls. Nope. Nope, that's not the right button either. There we go. Sorted. Apologies, this is a work in progress. Saxo's going to use the slipstream. NGR Robinson's going to follow him. He's looking on the outside of bars, unable to do it. Let's go back in the field a little bit. Let's check out what Juffy's doing. What the action around him is like right now. Oh no! Bars was just in a wreck. This is the perfect chance to show our replays. So here comes Baz. Gets a little shot there from NGR Robinson by the looks of it. Cheeky. Well, how do I get out of the replay mode now? Nope. Right, now we're back. So that was pretty cool, guys. That was our first instant replay. Sadly, it showed Baz getting sent right to the back of the field by the looks of it. Yeah, Baz now in 12th. Probably going to hit pit road. Course damage is on heavy. Looks like he's taken a serious knock. The engine possibly damaged. He seems quite low on power right now. Saxo though, and We Don't Belong Here battling side by side down the front stretch. We Don't Belong Here able to get in front. But Blue Gobi is checked out. 2.6 seconds now back to the second place vehicle. But we're already on lap 3, guys. This track is not a long one at all. That is Baz coming out of the pits. Repairs made to that vehicle. Let's check in with Aslar. Behind him is Bigsy there, quite separated, but look, if we go here, sorry, a bit further back, this sort of pack right here, we've got JT Green, we've got Lorna, we've got Polish, we've got Scotty, all in a massive clump. The battle for second continues. Saxo is in the perfect position for the slipstream here. He's of course chasing We Don't Belong Here, one of the only 2 drivers to be driving the Volkswagen Golf. The other Volkswagen driver is his teammate Robinson, who currently now sits in the 5th position. Ahead of him is Jutty. Robinson took that corner very wide, but he's going to make it work. Picked up a lot of speed. His gap to the leader just under 10 seconds now. Blue Gobi is gone. Of course, pit stops. Well, I'm not even sure pit stops will be a factor. The rate that this race is progressing. He's moving very quickly. Let's jump back up to second because we're coming back to the front stretch. Will we see Saxo make a move? He was looking inside there a little bit. I think that got Win and Blanc here a little bit loose. More cars back there battling. Dixie and Aslar have exchanged position. Let's take a look and see how that happened. Physically can't look that far back. My apologies. Saxo had a good run out of that corner. I just don't think he has the suck-up capabilities that the Volkswagen does. He's going to have to be very, very close so we don't belong here out of that final corner to make that move. Let's check in now with 8th place NGR Scotty, who seems to have become quite lonely on the track. The car has just made a pit stop. That was Polish. He comes out of the pits. He currently sits just over 30 seconds behind the race leader. Battle for second has not slowed down or cooled off. Saxo's close, he has the run, he's trying to go underneath. I'm not sure that's the best move. Get behind him, get that draft, get that acceleration, then try and get underneath towards turn 1. He's going to make the move. We don't belong here, so strong on the outside there, able to power around Saxo. JD Green has come in for a pit stop. 4 tyres. Scotty fires around the outside of him. Let's check in with William Bloggier's teammate, who's been able to get around Jutty there. As we're now halfway through this race, does Robinson have enough time to try and contend with Saxo and We Don't Belong Here? Maybe try and get both his drivers on the podium? We'll have to wait and see. Going to check in now, see where Baz fits into this equation. He's currently sitting in the 10th position after that very early race incident where him and NGR Robinson got collected. Were those hazards on Baz's vehicle, or am I imagining things? I think I was imagining things. These two are catching Gobi. At the start of the lap it was close to 5.8-ish seconds. It's now down to 4.5 seconds. I think We Don't Belong Here's acceleration is that strong. You can run it right against the outside, because it slows Saxo down if Saxo tries to get in the slipstream. Gobi has decided to come to pit road. It looks like it's going to be 4 tyres. Fuel, I guess, is not going to be an issue. It looked like he had 18 litres remaining in the vehicle there. In terms of strategy though, we'll have to wait and see what these two front runners do. Joel Scotty's come into the pits. He will not be taking fuel. But this is your new race leader. We don't belong here. Saxo was looking to make a move there, decided better not to. Looks like there may have been a crossover there. Gobi's right on their heels though. Those super softs. I mean, look at the speed. Look at the just the lap times are going to be so much faster than these front two for Gobi. Remember, these two haven't been to pit road yet. They might not be pitting. They might be trying to just hold it out, see how long they can go. That may start to frustrate Gobi, who of course wants to just retake the lead and drive away. With these two battling quite hard in front of him, that might be an issue for him. He wants to use the tyres he pitted for, and at the moment he can't really use them to their, their full extent. Or maybe he thinks this is a good opportunity just to sit back and chill, save those tyres. Not that he really needs to. It looks like there's a bit of contact there between him and Saxo. Let's just take a quick look. I think there might have been a little bit of a touch there. Yeah, there was. Just a little one. So it looks like in that circumstance, Gobi is a little bit anxious to try and get around them. Which of course you can understand. I mean, he is a lot faster. The clock is whittling down, but there's not a lot of passing opportunities as he tries to get the outside of Saxo. He's able to get there, but We Don't Belong Here jumps up to throw the block. Two laps to go. We Don't Belong Here has been very, very strong though on the outside. He's not let anyone get underneath him and get that speed, but I was thinking that Gobi may have had this for sure, but just the way that We Don't Belong Here is driving the racetrack right now is making it very difficult for Gobi to sort of work a way around him. And Saxo's going to dive it in underneath, and that's going to put him back. The camera angles are a little bit deceiving sometimes. It looked like Saxo was fully underneath Gobi, but turns out he wasn't. They're coming towards the white flag this time. Saxo has drifted back a little bit, but We Don't Belong Here and Blue Gobi are fighting hard for this lead. This win now on the line. Gobi needs to make some distance. He's going to want to pass Don't Belong Here. He does. The crossover move. We don't belong here. Back in front. This is going to be a big finish. Here at Blue Moon. Blue Gobi trying to dive it underneath. Not many corners left for him to make his move. We'll come towards the hairpin. A little bit of a shot by the looks of it. Here they come onto the final corner. Gobi's trying to dive it on the inside. You can do that, but We Don't Belong Here's been so good on the outside. They're side by side, but Gobi is in the lead. But We Don't Belong Here's catching him back up. Who's it going to be at the line? Blue Gobi wins it. 6/100ths of a second there at the line. NGR Saxo going to finish third. Let's watch that on board. Well, I tried to. It was a little bit difficult to work out there, guys, but that was a good race. That was an amazing finish. Hats off to We Don't Belong Here. I don't know what tyres he was using, but they must have been absolutely gone. Of course, Blue Gobi made a pit stop. I'm guessing he started on super softs, came back in for some more, and there you go. I'm just going to quickly run through the field for you guys. Robinson, his teammate, We Don't Belong Here, finished in 5th. JD Green, Scotty. There we go. Well, personally, guys, that is all I have time for. I know the boys are going to be doing another race shortly, and I'm sure they are streaming and stuff. So if you'd like to see how that race goes, please do check out their streams. They'll be streaming on boards and things, but sadly I cannot stay for race 2. I've got a few things I need to take care of, but I really hope you enjoyed this race. Do subscribe. Season 11 is just around the corner, and I'm going to be doing a lot of commentary for those races, and now with the abilities I've got on the keyboard, I hope that made the the broadcast a little bit better, a little bit more genuine. So yeah, let me know the feedback in the description. The biggest thing for me I need to know is, do you want to see the names above the drivers? I didn't have it on there, but you can have the number and the flag and their name above the cars, or we can take that off. I took it off just to make it look good, but it's up to you guys. You're the viewer, whatever you want. So subscribe, all that stuff, because that way you'll be able to see when I'm streaming events, etc. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and take care.